going to talk about adding decimals. So just like when we would add multi-digit numbers, we always line up our numbers by place value. So if I was going to add 32 plus 621, when I write it out to add it, I would do 621 plus 32. I'm going to line my ones with my ones, my tens place with my tens place, and my hundreds with my hundreds. And then I would go ahead and add. The same thing is true when we use decimals. We're going to line up our numbers that we're adding according to our place value. So if this was my problem, 2 and 7 tenths plus 13 and 4 tenths. I'm going to line up my numbers according to their place value. So I'm going to have 13 and 4 tenths, and I have 2 and 7 tenths. And I know that I'm lined up according to place value because my decimals are lined up. My decimal point is lined up with each other. So then I can go ahead and add 4 plus 7. 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 2 more. And 1. So I get 16 and 1/10 as my answer. Let's try another example. What if I was going to add 3 5/100 plus 10 and 2/10? Now, look, this number only has tenths, only one decimal place, whereas this number has 2 decimal places. So I need to be very careful when I'm lining up my numbers to add. So if I put 3 and 5/100, and I was going to add it to 10 and 2/10, my trick is I'm always going to put my decimal point first, and then I say, okay, I've got 10 on this side, I've got 2 on that side. So when I add, my decimal points are still lined up with each other. Okay? If it helps, when there's an empty spot, we can always add a 0 because 20 hundredths is the same as equivalent to 2/10. So we can keep that. We can put that 0 in there to hold our spot so we don't get confused. And then I can go ahead and add 5 plus 0 is 5, 0 plus 2 is 2, 3 plus 0 is 3, and 1, and our decimal stays in the same spot. So my answer is 13 and 25/100. And that makes sense because 3 plus 10 is 13, so I know my answer is reasonable. Go ahead and try this with the next problems for today.